let's segue to a topic that is very current, and that is the Buttplug dean in Chicago. Project Veritas has interviewed a high school dean, this rich private school. It costs like $40,000 a year to attend. And he's talking about how he's had, people over to show the students how butt plugs and dildos work. And this is perfectly normal. And he loves that he's never questioned and it's just normal there and he doesn't have to hide it. But he said his students that experienced the whole butt plug and dildo stuff, they're 14 to 18. And yeah, he's another one of these groomers. Okay, let's just call it what it is. He's grooming these students to be desensitized to these sexual ideas. It's fucking groomer shit. As far as I'm concerned, it's groomer shit. The one I know this is like our opportunity to dunk on this person, but my observation for this would be these are the fucking rich people who are okay with this stuff. Think about the people who send their kids here. They can spend $40K a year to send their kids to high school. It's let's be real. It's the fucking Epsteins of the world, right? It's these degenerate people who have these values who are not in line. These values are not in line with middle America, sure. And yeah, they want their kids to experience these values. So in that sense, I'm not against it. If you want your kids to experience this fucked up shit, that's fine. But it's still very instructive for Project Veritas to out these people because we are exposing them for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
This is what these people want your kid. Make the mistake. They don't just want the rich people who spend $40K a year sending their kids to private school. They're not just targeting them. Their vision of the world is that your kid in a public school in your middle class area, they get to experience all of this wonderful butt plug information and all that stuff. Okay, that's
Right.
their
I mean,
vision.
yeah.
That's what they
And,
want,
and it's been working.
and it's been working because you
It's been
see, you
working really
see,
well.
you see, like, oh, Oklahoma, and like you think Oklahoma is a super red state. What could be the problem? But you let one of these goddamn SJW teachers slip in and perpetrate their BS. This is the type of stuff your kids are exposed to. And this is maybe the most telling part. In the interview, the Project Veritas interview, he, in multiple instances, says, I love this job because I'm free to do this stuff. Nobody will question me. I think that that's true. Even if his bosses found out that he was doing this stuff, his job would be fine. And this is supported by the fact that after the Project Veritas thing came out, what did his school do? They doubled down and supported him.
Yeah.
They just said, oh, Project Veritas is taking stuff out of context and they're doing this and they're doing that. They support this. How do we say in the tech world? It's not a bug. It's a feature. Guys, you need to learn that it's a fucking feature.
That's a very nice use of
Right.
that phrase. Yeah.
It's not a, whoops. Sorry about that. We'll fire him immediately. Nope. This is what we want. This is our vision of the world.
Don't you think there's going to be some, more like, I feel like there's going to be a non-trivial amount of parents that will be surprised though. And
even at this rich school?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like there's got to be people who generally support, let's say, LGBTQ rights,
but that don't want their kids learning about butt plugs.
Exactly. like they draw the line at butt plugs for their kids. I mean,
then they should remove their kids. But then what options do they have? Because like, what are they going to send their kids to a public school in Chicago? Well, we know Chicago's a fucking shithole, right? Sending your kids to a public school in Chicago is probably worse than sending them to a groomer academy in Chicago. Because at least at the groomer academy, they'll still be on the fast track to Harvard, right? Or Northwestern or Notre Dame. But I think the more important thing to take from this is how the school doubled down and defended him.
Right. We're assuming that they know their market.
I think they do know their market.
Yeah, it could turn out to be, it could turn out to backfire. But
possible.
Yeah, the assumption is that they know their market. They know the audience. So
yeah. In the end, if you want your kid, if you pay that much money and you want your kids to experience this, then go ahead. So I'm not super offended by it. I'm not thinking that anybody is wronged by it because I think that the kids in the school and the parents at the school, they're actually all on board with this. So
I don't remember exactly how that email was worded, but it felt like although it was, it was clearly defending the butt plug dean, it also wasn't very forthright.
yeah, yeah, I'm not going to say every single parent who sends their kids to the school is on board with this garbage, but I would say most of them are. And that's why the school felt free to put out this double down on this press release and say, "We support this principal." He didn't say that because it was just like out of left field. He said that because he was given indication by his bosses that, yeah, this behavior is great. It's fine.
Hmm.
If he didn't get those indications, he would try to hide it better.
Yeah.
People's instinct for self-preservation is strong.